This is the shocking truth about Bitcoin, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, wherever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's video, amazing news, shocking and truthful, but amazing news, Bitcoin charts and an inspirational quote, everything you expect from a beautiful video again. Let's quickly jump into that shocking news that I want to share with you today. Bam! The shocking news for today, guys, is that Bitcoin institutional adoption is happening all over the world, guys. This company MetaPlanet from Japan, which like you compare with the MicroStrategy of the United States, in Japan, MetaPlanet, these have a stock. This stock has risen by 4,800% in the last couple of months because they started to use Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. Yes, you heard me right. MetaPlanet started to buy Bitcoins. At the moment, they own around 1,700 Bitcoins, which is around $170 million in capital. And because they started to buy Bitcoin, there were 500 more new investors, people buying more stocks, and the stock price has risen by 4,800%. Now, this is the shocking part. This is going to lead to adoption all over the world, and all of these huge tech companies seeing what happened to the MicroStrategy stock. Bam, it flew up. What happened to the MetaPlanet stock? Bam, it flew up. More and more of these examples will lead to more adoption among institutional investors. All of these companies, they are not going to save their reserve capital anymore in fiat like dollars or euros. Why would they do that? They are killing their own purchasing power. They will never continue doing that, especially not when these US tariffs are there, etc., which will weaken the dollar, which will also weaken the purchasing power of companies. Yes, sometimes it could be good for export and import for the United States, but for other companies in the rest of the world, they then need to store their capital in a different value. And that value, of course, is going to be Bitcoin. Maybe some gold, maybe some bonds, but Bitcoin is going to be the king of this century, guys. Now, even more shocking is the plan that MetaPlanet has. The plan is that MetaPlanet wants to own 21,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2026, guys. This means they want to be the owner of 1,000th part of all the Bitcoins ever around. 1,000th part. If there is 1,000 other companies that want to do the same, it's already impossible. Because we already, as a community, own a shitload of Bitcoin, like 80 to 90%. And a company like MicroStrategy already owns a couple of 100,000 Bitcoins, guys. So this is almost impossible for another 1,000 companies to be there to want to own 21,000 Bitcoins. Please understand that. There's millions of companies worldwide. They will all want to follow the example of MicroStrategy and MetaPlanet because that is increasing their purchasing power and giving their capital more value. It's just impossible for every company in the world to do that. There is not enough Bitcoins, guys. This is very shocking. This will lead into a supply shock we have never seen before. You know why? Because also 15 or 16 states in the United States want to add Bitcoin as a strategic reserve capital. The whole United States probably wants to add Bitcoin as a strategic reserve capital. El Salvador has bought another 12 Bitcoins. They have a lot of Bitcoins at the moment. Bhutan, all of the world, all countries, institutional investors, all of them, even kingdoms, are buying as much as possible Bitcoin. Please understand, there isn't even enough Bitcoins to give every millionaire on the world one Bitcoin. There is not enough Bitcoins, as there is more millionaires than 21 million. And now start to think. Companies, countries, pension funds, huge investors like BlackRock, all of them hunting for the digital gold of the 21st century, all of them hunting for Bitcoin. This will lead to a supply shock, guys. The supply shock will be insane. Don't be fooled. Do not sell your Bitcoins at this moment with your weak hands to all those rich people that are going to take all the profits after that supply shock. Don't do that. Keep stacking sets. If you have $100 left every weekend or every week, buy Bitcoin. Keep stacking sets. Make sure you own one Bitcoin. Because you could be owning one Bitcoin, the same like other millionaires in the world only have the possibility at the end to own one Bitcoin. And if that Bitcoin goes to that value of $10 million per Bitcoin, maybe in 2040, you made sure that the capital of your family was protected against inflation and increased in value. That is what you need to do. Please follow the money. The money of the biggest companies, tech companies, is flowing into Bitcoin. The money of countries is flowing into Bitcoin. The money of kingdoms is flowing of Bitcoin. The money of me, myself and I, is flowing into Bitcoin. You should follow the money. Now, let's jump into the charts to see what is happening to Bitcoin in the charts. Bam. The first chart for today, guys. Yes, the beautiful 4-hour chart. Like always, guys, starting on the 4-hour chart, this green box is the box that I told you guys we are going to build like a beautiful support zone for the next move up, and then that will become our support zone. I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to dive into the Bitcoin family indicator setup because people are asking me, does it also work on the 15-minute chart? Yes, it does work also on the 15-minute chart. Look, we had another buy signal over here. We were near the bottom, so it's always a good buy signal. You could have bought over here already or a little bit later. Doesn't really matter. You need to look at the bottom part. So the buy signal is over there. Now the candle is closing about the yellow stepping line, but there is still a lot of blue in the screen. That is not positive. The white line here is very flat. That is also not positive. The blue line is a little bit above it, but not convincing. The moment we see green appear, that is when the bullish part starts. Look, the green here, the green line and these three lines is going on top. The blue line is above it. That's a beautiful entry over there to enter a trade. And then yes, the Bollinger Band top could be at the top, but you all know that the Bollinger Band can be widening as well. It's very tightening now. Whenever the Bollinger Band tightens up like this, there will be a massive move to the top. Every time. Now, to show you, yes, I can switch also to 15 minutes over here. This is the 15-minute chart. The indicators work also on that one. So you would be buying over here, waiting for a candle to close above the yellow stepping line, waiting for all the other stuff as well, and you buy it. For example, this buy signal again was there. We don't buy there because all the other indicators are not flashing yet. The moment the candle closes above the yellow stepping line, when it's a green hill, when the green line is on top, when the blue line is above the white line, this is a quadruple confirmation. This quadruple confirmation that we can see here, that's a perfect trade setup on the 15 minutes. And what happens? We jump from 97,400 all the way till the top over there around 98K. When do we sell? At a sell signal or when the candle closes down below the yellow stepping line. Both of the situations we would have taken profit. You can also short it when there is a sell signal and then end the short when there is a buy signal, or when the indicators do exactly the opposite of what we need to do at a buy signal. So it works on each and every time frame, and yes, it also works on each and every asset. So it's not only Bitcoin, guys. You can choose whatever you want. You can choose, for example, if you like, for example, DOT, or if you like, for example, Atom or Ethereum or NEAR. Let's look at NEAR, for example. It also works on NEAR. Buy signal, candle above the yellow stepping line, green, blue line above the white line. That's a beautiful buy signal. Just check it. Buy, sell, buy, sell. It just works pretty damn fine. If you ask me, if you want to get access to that, go to didibambam.me. Now, weekly chart, just like I told you yesterday, every little thing is going to be all right. Look, we again wicked exactly to that green line. We are now creating the first green candle this week. It will close in 5 days. So in 5 days, we'll take another look at this weekly chart. It looks for me still really nice. I just love it that there is this huge area of support being built now here. This block is going to be massive support in the next move upwards, and we need support when we move up. We go up and then we come back and retest this area of support. That's what's going to happen in my opinion, guys. Now, two more amazing charts I want to share with you today. Look, these are really amazing charts. Let's jump into them. The first one is this one over here. Look how beautiful. I just love the number 21 million. You all love that. But you also want to know who owns those 21 million, you know? Because we just had in the news item, we were talking about the adoption, institutional adoption, that every company is starting to buy Bitcoin, countries, pension funds, investors, all of this. But of who are they buying? Of whom, Didi, are they buying? They are buying, or they need to buy, from the individuals. Why? Because the individuals are still almost 70% in control of the total Bitcoin supply. The estimated loss is 7.5%. Funds and all the other like BlackRock's, ETFs, etc., 6%. Satoshi, 4.6%. I don't think they will be used. Businesses, 4.4%. Governments, 1.4%. Other, 0.9%. And the still to be mined, 5.7%. So the individuals are still in control. When these governments want to buy Bitcoin, or when pension funds, or when companies will start the need to buy Bitcoin, they need to buy from these individuals. They can't buy anymore from anything else. They need to buy from the individuals. And that is what will lead to that massive supply shock. Because we as individuals, we are not selling. Why would we sell to all those rich people? We want to stay rich ourselves. We want to protect our capital. I'm not going to sell to those people. Why would I do that? I know I am the owner of the gold of the 21st century that will protect me against inflation and will increase my purchasing power every 4 years. Why would I sell? Okay, very clear chart. Now, the next chart that I want to share with you guys is this one over here. Because I told you there's a lot of countries that are doing adoption in Bitcoin. Now, I'm showing you the list of which countries are at the moment going for a Bitcoin reserve, strategic reserve, however you will call it, in the world. We have Argentina at the moment. Argentina is hunting for it. The legal process has already been initiated. Then we have the next step is the law or policy enacted, and then Bitcoin will be acquired for reserves. Now we have Argentina in the run. We have Brazil. They are already one step further. We have Chile, we have the Czech Republic, we have El Salvador, which already is at the finish line, we have Germany, Hong Kong, Japan, Poland, Russia, Switzerland, United States, and many more to follow, guys. If all these countries want to follow the United States wants to own 1 million Bitcoin, 5 years of 200,000 Bitcoins, and then hodl it for 20 years at least. That's what the United States wants to do. Just imagine, there is not enough Bitcoin to do this, guys. There is not enough Bitcoin to do this. This is insane. And more and more and more countries are going to be added to this list. Please understand it. When the biggest countries financially, like the United States, do something like that, Germany does something like that, Japan does something like that, Russia does something like that, Switzerland does something, when they do that, the rest of the countries will follow. That's how it always works. They will always follow, guys. Now, I have one more amazing chart for you, and that is this one. This one should show you why you should be buying or in Bitcoin at the moment. Of course, you should be completely in Bitcoin, like all in, but you know, I can understand if you're a little bit too afraid to do that. But this chart, the Bitcoin price and power law support. The power law support is that white line, guys. That is where we will find ourselves near the next bear market. You know, the next bear market will be here in this red area somewhere in the end. That power law is on almost around 100K. Let's say 60 to 70K. That's going to be the bear market bottom. Now, the thing that we just entered is this green area. I hope you can see this green area. Please look now to the left. And look to the left what happened each and every time in this green area. This green area. Did we go up or did we go down? Yes, we went up. Of course, in between we had a dip. That was because we had a double top, two tops, but we went up from the beginning of here around like 20K all the way up to 70, 65K. We went up. Now, other green area, 2017. Here, what did we do in this green area? We went up. You can't say we went down. Of course, there was a dip, another dip, all 30% dips, but from the beginning till the end, we went up. The area before, green, up, not down, up. We started down, we ended up. Now, at the moment, we are in this green area. Of course, this green area can be extended to 200K, 300K, 400K, 500K, but the thing that you need to understand is we are not going to go down in this green area. We will have some dips, but the target is at least over here, 160,000 US dollar. That is where this line, that black line is going to. That is what you also see on the bottom part. There is a little bit more clear. Look how much upward potential there is still possible. Look to that. Here we ended up at 5. Here we ended up at 4.3. Here we ended up around 3.8. We are now at nothing. We are at 2. We are going to end up at least around 4 in my opinion. And that is what we're going to see. We're going to see a Bitcoin move upwards. I hope you really enjoyed this chart, and I hope if you did enjoy this chart that you will give this chart a thumbs up now right away. Give it a thumbs up, like thumbs up. We need more thumbs ups. Now let's jump into the next part of the video. I hope you really enjoyed the charts. It was not that many charts, but that logarithmic growth curve chart, a beautiful one where we go into the green phase now, that power law support line. We are going into that green phase, guys. That green phase I just showed you. I just showed you what happened every time again and again in that green phase. In that green phase, we go up, we do not go down. Down is in the other color phase, in red or orange. Green is up. We are now in the green phase, guys. Please understand it. This is not the end of the cycle. This is the last part of the cycle. And it can take another like 8 months, 9 months, even 10 months. It doesn't matter. It will take till the end of 2025 before we see that beautiful bull market top, guys. Amazing charts. Give a thumbs up if you did like the charts. If you don't like the charts, and if you want to see other charts, leave me a comment down below. Didi, I want to see a chart of this token. Or Didi, I want you to talk about this chart, about Bitcoin. Whatever it is, let me know down below. Now let's jump into the inspirational quote. Bam. The inspirational quote for today, guys, comes from Thailand, from Buddha. Buddha says, what we think is what we become. And I truly believe that what we think is what we become. I already told you yesterday, every experience in life starts with a thought. You are in control of those thoughts. You know, when I said time flies, but you're the pilot, you're also the pilot of all these thoughts. Just pretend to be sitting in this gaming chair or whatever it is, a beautiful rocking chair, some chair where you can relax in. Sit in this chair and lean back and listen to all these voices in your head that are always saying yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. You're not those voices. You're the one that is in control of those voices. You lean back, you witness that discussion in your mind. Yes, no, yes, no. Should I go all in? No. Should I go all in? Yes. You know, you just observe that discussion, and at the moment you're observing that, you will feel something. And that is your gut feeling. And that gut feeling is 99% of the times right. And that is what you should be doing. Because what you think is what you become. So the moment you think very negative, every day again and again and again, you get in this negative spiral of negative thoughts, you become negative energy. You will become negative for yourself, for your family, for everyone around you. The moment you start to think positive and opportunities, possibilities, unlimited possibilities, everything is possible because we are all one. Everything is one energy, and you are in control of that energy and of all your thoughts, and you determine what your mind believes and what your mind does, and what kind of action follows up, or what kind of experience will follow out of or flow out of that thought. That is the one that you are in control of that. And that is what you need to start to understand. Because every religion says the same. Everyone says the same, but in different words and many sentences, what we think is what we become. We need to start thinking positive. We need to start believing in our dreams. We need to start believing that achieving those dreams is possible. We need to start believing in Bitcoin. We need to start believing in your health. You need to start believing in whatever it is you want to believe. You need to start believing and thinking about it, visualizing it, manifesting it. What we think is what we become. That's very powerful. Please understand that you are in control. You are in control of all of your time. Every single minute, every single second. I can't change back the seconds that I just spoke about. That is done. That is the past. I can only change the seconds now. And probably if I change the seconds now, something else will happen in the future, and I can keep changing. But I am in control of my time. I determine what I do. I determine if I, in my time, walk to the right, walk to the left, in my time, fly to Thailand, in my time, go to a job, in my time, do fitness, whatever it is, I am in control. And you could be in control as well, but you just need to wake up and take control. Take control of your thoughts, take control of your time, take control of your dreams, take control of your passions, take control of everything else in life that you don't think you have control on at the moment. You do have control. You just need to become very powerful, stand in your power, take control, and decide what you want to do. Observe those voices, feel what your gut feeling is telling you, take control on that feeling. That is what you need to learn, guys. Now, that was everything for today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. Again, the good news, the charts, and again, the inspirational quote. I wish you an amazing Tuesday. See you tomorrow again. I don't know sure if I make a video tomorrow or I will do a live, because tomorrow morning I have another training day. I started training yesterday with that personal coach. Man, I can't even hold my arms up too long anymore. I feel pain everywhere, especially at the end when I did the whole training of an hour. The last 6 minutes, I need to do this assault bikes thing, like 30 seconds full power on the bike, and then 30 seconds like rest, and 30. Man, I was dead. I needed like 10 minutes at the end to like just recover, to get breath again. Man, it was really cool, and it was also really shocking for me to see that my condition, like the recovery of my air, took a little bit too long. The rest was pretty nice for the first time, but I'm looking forward to the next training on Wednesday. So maybe Wednesday the video will be later, or I will do an AMA later that day, guys. Now, thank you for watching. I wish you an amazing day. See you tomorrow again. Bam.